friends, so 2 years ago I got these handbags from Kate Spade, and I also showed them in a haul video on my channel, so I'll put a link to that in the description. But I wanted to just show you these bags. I've been using them for 2 years, and I thought I'll share the wear and tear on them, and then you can check for yourself how they've been holding up. So let's start with this black one first. So this bag, I've actually been using it pretty regularly. I wear it pretty much every day, anywhere and everywhere I go. So it has this very sturdy black leather, and it's pink on the inside. It's a really nice hot pink. It has leather interior, so let me show that. Yeah. Really good. It's held up really well. The strap, no problem at all. I've really used it rough, but yes, there's a little bit though, like on the side, I would say maybe a little bit. It's so, I don't think the camera's picking it up. Let me zoom in. As you can see, the logo, it is a little dinged up. The polish on the metal has started to wear from the side, and you can see over here there's some marks around here on the leather, just all around this. And the reason is because right underneath it, every time I open it, I kind of move it like this, and the reason is because that's where the magnetic closure is. That's why there's all this sign of use around it. Even in the front, if you look at the edge here, there's like the slightest line right here that's on the edge of the flap. Very slight. This is like the same type that happened on the strap. And then there are some scuff marks around. Let's see, you know, over here, this area, there's some marks around here. I think that's just from normal usage. So let's see the back. The back is great as well, just a little bit of a few signs of wear around this area, but that's because that's where the flap opens, and then, you know, the leather bends around here. If you look at the bottom of the bag, there's absolutely no problem with any of the edges or anything. It's just been so wonderful. It's worked out so well for me, and I've put it down on everything, like literally on the floor, pretty much any and every place I went to, because sometimes there's just no place to put the bag, and then you have to put it on the floor sometimes. Even though I try not to do it, I do feel sometimes it's just unavoidable. So yeah, it has just held up so well in all kinds of weather, and I'm very happy with that. On the inside, there are a few marks over here where I think like the pink just started to like kind of come off a little bit, like really tiny. They are really tiny marks. Other than that, I would say this bag has been just fantastic. Let me show you the interior. It has been just great. It has worked out so well for us. Like everything is just perfect. There's a pocket there. All good. I'm very happy with this bag. Second bag. This is a much softer leather. It has this nice pebbled texture, and inside it has this nice cloth interior on the inside. The strap has held up really well. No problem at all with the strap. Really good. It's held up really well. Let me zoom in on the other areas of the bag so you can see it better. The very first obvious place to look at is this closure, and there are a few dings on it, but really not as bad as the first bag, and there's no discoloration. It's pretty good. Corners. It's become patchy. The colors start to come up from the corner, and it's the same with the other corner. So let me show you the other corner right here, and you can see. So there is a little bit of wear on the corner. Overall, it's not that visible, but if you pick this bag up and bring it closer, you can see that. At the back, I'd say it's doing pretty well. Just a few dings here, like a few scratches, nothing bad. It's okay, that's just normal use. So I just showed you these two corners. Now let me turn it over and show you the corners here. So there's a little bit of stuff happening here, some scratching here, this stuff, discoloration here, all along this edge. And on this side, let me zoom in. As you can see, there is some discoloration here as well. The pink has just started to come off on all the four corners. So I think the pink has just started to come off on all the four corners. No problem. It's amazing. I don't use it as much, and there's a reason. And I'm going to share that reason with you right away. One of the main reasons I had to stop using this bag was this closure thing. This is not very easy to use. Every time I go to the supermarket and I'm trying to, like, you know, this is like, you really have to be patient and you have to look and then properly close it. Like, you have to look where it is. And even then, sometimes, like, if I put it like this, it may or may not. And I've been to supermarkets where there have been times when I thought it was closed, but it wasn't. Like, it did not go in fully. I did this, and I know right now it's just going perfectly, right? And you feel, oh, it's so easy. And that's how it was in the shop as well. But there have been times when I took this to the supermarket, this thing did not lock when I thought it did. And I bent to pick over something and everything from my bag rolled right onto the floor, and I left a trail of all my contents behind. So when I went to pay for it, I realized I don't have my wallet, my keys, my lipstick, anything in my bag. And I could trace my trail back to the aisle where I picked up my stuff for the purchase that day. I would say overall, if you're gonna do a purchase, go for the hard leather ones. These are like amazing. This bag I've used so much. And also go for something with like a magnetic closure. These are super duper easy. They're really good. I feel this magnetic closure, this thing actually keeps the stuff safe, and I've never had a problem. This thing, because I've had those incidents where my stuff just fell out of this, so I use it less. I use it only in places where I go and sit and not like everyday situations. But this bag, I use it every day. I'll take it to the gym, mall, work, friend's place, everywhere. This bag does the trick. If you're planning to buy a new Kate Spade bag, I would recommend their smooth leather because it's more sturdy, and something with a nice magnetic closure. So it's gonna be just fine and you're gonna enjoy it for a very, very long time. So that was my review of the two bags. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Thank you.